Good morning, everybody. The Walker Dude. I believe I've been gonna begin today's episode right here, because that's mostly what I'm gonna talk about is a bunch of shit. Unfortunately, it's a bunch of shit that we all need to be aware of. So, this is a cool Porta Shitty. Yeah. A very cool Porta Shitty there. Nice to have one on the trail, you know. Sometimes I'm reluctant to even go out on my daily venture because, you know, if I've eaten horribly, which I do a lot the night before, you know, sometimes I have to be concerned with being trapped out in the woods and, you know, well, you know where I'm going with it. Could be a movement. Start a movement. Alright. I've done like 5 of these walking dudes so far, but I've been through them a few times and they're all messed up, kind of, and I mumble a lot, you know. I guess I'm used to talking to myself, and it's okay to mumble to yourself. Hey. So, yeah, let's just call this number 1. I'm going to try to do this in a good continuum and pause instead of stopping and restarting and then having to post a few of these. Just pause it, you know. But here I am on my beautiful new trail. So nice. So nice. Unfortunately, we have that. Can you hear it? Can you hear me? Come on. Yeah, we've got some serious wave bombardment here, you know what I mean? But it's only brief. Little part of the trail and whatever it has to be. I want my electric goodies. So anyway, I want to call this the beginning. You know, the others are just trial runs. This will be Walkin Dude number 1 for all my followers. Both of them. I hope you're very happy with my cognizant effort. I should say conscious effort, I guess. I'm trying to be too fancy with words, you know. Sometimes I do that, you know, to compensate, you know, where others have all the other machismo mechanisms to compensate for their personal inadequacies. I use vocabulary. And a lot of times it can be, it can really change the way people view you by throwing a little 5-syllable words and a few 5-syllable words in there and act like you have some degree of an academic background, you know what I mean? But anyway, blah diddy blah diddy blah blah blah. So I'm going to try to focus on good projection, good diction, enunciation, etc. So, yeah, hope it's better for both of you. Alright, there's so much I want to talk about today. So very much. And I guess this is a good time to start. Ow. My arm gets sore holding that phone up like that, but I would look so freaking ridiculous. With one of those, you know, little sticks that hold your phone. Yeah. Okay, here's some crazy shit. Pop. Shit I scribbled down. I actually have a couple from the other day that I didn't get to. But some of it's fun stuff, you know. It's politics, sports, conspiracy shit. You know, I hate to use that word. It casts a shadow basically over everything you say when someone associates what you're saying with that word. Man, that's fucked. Fuck, on the other hand, is a beautiful word that I use very frequently, much to some people's dismay. Like my mom. You know, My daughter heard it her whole childhood growing up, and then when I finally heard that F-bomb come out of her mouth for the first time, my beautiful little precious angel, wow, it didn't feel so good. But anyway, you can now hire professional gamers to play a game for you in your name. Okay? Okay? Are you with me here? How many degrees of fucking pause? Yeah, getting back to that. How many possible degrees of fantasy fucking Mickey land do we have to separate ourselves from reality from? Now you're going to go into a complete altered manufactured digital reality and you're going to have someone pose as yourself in that. Come on. Enough about that, man. Yesterday was Cyber Monday. I did a post in Facebook about the fact that my battery was dead, and I mentioned battery, car battery, a bunch of times. Didn't show up, but maybe AI read the whole thing and didn't just pick up the keywords and realize I was trying to play a little game with it, and it didn't do it. I haven't gotten any battery ads yet. We'll see what happens after this broadcast, shall we say. Battery. Okay. I want to talk about fear dissemination and just making us wake up in the morning, boom, right out of the gate, scared as fuck. Hawaii, the state of Hawaii, has decided in their wisdom to reinstitute the emergency fucking attack drill sirens. They used to have them in Youngstown. I think they were from the nuke age, and they'd go off. They would test them occasionally, and it just immediately, I don't know what frequency they are or if that's what it is, but they immediately instill a sense of pending fucking doom, So they're going to hit these people once a month or quarterly or whatever with test runs of this shit. And if they're not scared then, they will be after that fucking bell ring. Well, Pavlovian, bring up the fear. Bring up the fear. Yeah, another article said that it was a breakdown of how the states individually are prepared for the next recession, quote unquote. Predictive programming at its best. Desensitizes the thought of an economic breakdown, like that we just assume it's going to happen. So, when it does, these things happen. That's how we'll say about it in complete resolve. Man, it's so pretty here. Check out this tree, y'all. This is one nice area, and I love it. Morning.
Morning.
Yeah, really cool, man. Reminds me of Mill Creek Park. Well, I guess not with the palmettos there, but another little spring head right there. Morning. So, yeah, fear. Fear. Record-breaking gun sale permits hit the FBI's door. Black Friday. One of the biggest profiting pieces of merchandise out there was a kill weapon. Fear, fear, fear. Nungagwa. I don't know if anyone remembers that from the previous post. Pretty humorous. Used it again last night on the Wi-Fi. Very humorous. Government, these are all headlines, not verbatim, but close. Government decides in their wisdom to utilize federal lands for major extraction of fossil fuels. This is our future, grandkiddies. We're not getting a fucking away from it, unfortunately. It's just so pitifully, pathetically sad. Oh, another Vegas survivor down. We're going to start calling that Vegaside. For all the people that have died. Yeah, see, some people, well, he gave me a smile. Some people are more evasive than others. And they're, whatever, man. So, yeah, I forget how many it is now. 5, 6, 7 people that were eyewitnesses to Las Vegas and actually had a story to tell and were willing to tell it. Dead. You know what the ratio of that, the statistical probability of that is? Say of X number of witnesses that have come, given their statement, that 6, 7 of them have died recently in non-natural causes. Every one of them. Car fires that the car explodes. I mean, yeah, simple little accidents, or even semi-major accidents, but the car explodes. I've seen a lot of accidents, been in a few. Never saw a car explode after one. Maybe you have, I know it does happen. But 2 of them, it happened to, out of the 7. A couple ran into a garden, planter wall outside of their development, that has the name of the development on it. They ran into that fucking thing. How fast can you be going to run into that thing and blow your car up? Both instantly fried, of course. Now, a second person, I think it was a woman, hit and run, homicide, no details. But, another drug thing I thought about yesterday, it was about cops planting evidence. And I thought to myself, in this day and age, they don't even have to fucking plant evidence. All they need to do is have a fucking, let's see, what would do it? Salt pellets. A sack of salt pellets with you, crunch them up. Put them in little Ziploc baggies. They're crack. They're not crack, but it's still the same second-degree felony in the state of Florida to distribute a substance in lieu of a drug. I could sell you that leaf right there. And as long as I said it was marijuana and that was the whole trip, I'm going to jail for sales and delivery of a controlled substance in lieu of a controlled substance. A substance in lieu of a substance. Okay, for that, a little bit about magic when I return. Uh-oh, it's magic.